today's video, we're going to be talking about, unfortunately, resource theft. It's not fun, and it is happening more and more. And this video is coming to you now because I just experienced, not personally, but some sellers that I know had a huge ripoff just happen, and I was able to just kind of from the sidelines watch it happen, and it's crazy. But anyways, if you are new or returning, welcome. Here at It's All Primary, we talk teacher side hustles. It's July. It's almost the end of July. I got less than a month. I enjoy taking time off, even if I don't always do my work. My report card for my 12-week year is about a C+. Maybe, yeah, C+. It's okay. So as I've shared before, I belong to, I think, 3 TPT Facebook groups. And this past, I think it started on the weekend or just maybe middle of last week. A post came through that said this person is selling their Google Drive for 20 bucks. And it had, I don't know, I would say hundreds. I don't want to say high hundreds. I would say 50 to 100 at least resources. And they weren't hers. They belonged to TPT sellers. And they posted the list of teacher names. Somebody got I suspect someone bought one so they could see. And they were sharing videos of all this stuff. And then it began, and it was crazy. And on top of that, I've been receiving emails going, I'm scared about getting my resources stolen. I think that is a legitimate fear for everyone. But I think in light of this online world, it's going to happen. It's the same as your house being broken into, being robbed. I've been robbed twice. Mind you, I worked in a bank, but I've been robbed. I've had my wallet broken into. I've had, right? Like we have theft of some sort happen to us. I have students fishing into my desk, and when I catch them, they're like looking at me like, what's the problem? Like, really? But theft is a part of our world. And so what I want to do is just give you a couple, 3 I think I've got here. Let me look at my notes. 3 ways in order to help secure as best you can your resources. So tip number 1, and I've shared this multiple times, but secure your work before you upload. Just taking a PowerPoint or Google Slides and moving it to a PDF by itself will not secure the work. And according to font artists, clip art artists, you need to flatten. Okay, we've talked about that. So your PDFs have to be flattened and secured. That is a big one. Make sure your watermark or your logo is on all your previews, all your thumbnails. Okay, it just has to be there. You don't need something big. Place it in a corner, but it doesn't have to be huge, but put it there. Make sure every page of your resource, your worksheets, whatever they are, has the copyright of your name or your business name. You don't have to put the year. Year is completely optional. You can also put right on the document, and I've seen this for personal classroom use only. It deters some people. Will it deter everybody? No. I asked ChatGPT about options, and one of them was make less editable versions. This is an interesting one. I don't make everything editable. Someone asked me that. Why don't you make everything editable? And I don't make everything editable. Mainly because I'm thinking they could just start making their own stuff off my work. And I think this is, in essence, some of this theft. They take your work and they just either post it on theirs, which has happened, or they just jig it a bit and then post it. But that's the first one. So protect your work before you publish or upload. Okay, number 2. This one's tricky. It's about monitoring. How do you monitor your stuff, right? Every so often, and you could put this in your monthly tasks. Do a Google search on one of your resources or a couple of your resources or even your name and see what shows up, and look at the images and see where the sources are. Again, this is a bit of work, and maybe I'll do a video on this, but I would do it once a month. I know there are sellers that do it all the time, but I think you can overkill it because it's going to happen. I don't know whether it's going to happen to all of us, but it is going to happen, probably to someone you know. If you find out, for example, go back to this Google Drive that has been recently come to light. If there was a product on there that was mine, which as far as I know there isn't, what do I do? What do you do? Evidence is key. So the moment you see it, take screenshots of it and find proof that it is yours, not just by looking at it going, that's mine. You've got to see your copyright right on it in that person's store or file. So take screenshots, evidence, evidence, evidence. Then contact that seller or write a note. Now, if you see your product on someone else's store or a copy of it or something that looks exactly like yours, there is a screen, and I'll try and put a screenshot right here, where you report it. And I have reported people's. I haven't reported necessarily copying unless I knew for sure it was a copy. I mean, I've seen some pretty risque stuff on TPT, and I've reported it. No problem, because we need to protect our marketplace. In a situation whether it's TikTok or Instagram or even Facebook, contact the seller directly. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt. Like, for example, when it comes to sharing drives, right? It's a big file. How do I know that that person initially shared the wrong file? Right? I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. So contact them. If they ignore you or, right, oops, right? We don't know what they're going to say. In the instance of this person on Instagram and TikTok, they made a reel and basically said, I've done nothing wrong. It was really interesting. That reel has been taken down because the TPT sellers inundated the feed with comments. So, you know, they are going after this person, and they should, based on the evidence of what they've collected. So if you contact the seller and there is absolutely no response, and this is regards to whether you see it on a website or a social media, they don't respond or they refuse what you're saying, then you can issue a DMCA takedown notice. I'll try and show you a screenshot right here. TPT, Etsy, and there's a few other platforms have their own takedown notices. So use them. They take these things seriously, and you should too. You can also email platforms. You can contact Google. You can contact, what was the other one? Can't remember. They saw the resource, and anyways, they contacted TikTok or whatever it was. So you can contact the platforms themselves, right? And you know what? The thing is, be professional. Stay calm. Be professional about this. Platforms do take this kind of stuff seriously. They don't want to get involved in any kind of security issues. So just be firm, be professional, okay? And number 3, build yourself a seller network. I would have never known anything about this had I not been on a certain Facebook group. I used to be on a lot of Facebook groups, I'll be honest, and I removed myself because I found some of them, especially in 2022, when the algorithm for TPT changed, lots of upset people, and it was just too negative for me. But the stuff that is happening now is usually about theft, and they are sellers will look out for other sellers. But this is the nice thing about the TPT community. They do look out for each other. Not everybody, but many do. So if they see something of yours and they know you're in this Facebook group, they will say, hey, so-and-so, hey, it's all primary. This resource is being posted on, and it's surprising where things are found. Things have been found on Temu. It seems like a lot of those things have been removed at this point, but Temu initially had a lot of teacher documents. Some of them are still there, but not as many, okay? But I would definitely consider joining a Facebook group. If you want a couple Facebook group suggestions, send me an email at itsallprimary@gmail.com and I will send you a couple links, okay? ChatGPT also suggested a forum on TPT, but I don't know if it's actually, I don't know about the forum these days. I've been on there once or twice since June, and I'm not sure about the activity anymore. Hard to say. But one of the other things that ChatGPT had suggested was creating, and I don't know how to do this, so maybe I'll sit down with ChatGPT and ask them to clarify this. But they said, put variations in your resources or subtle tracking marks. I don't know what that means. Okay, so if you know what it means, let me know down below. That might be interesting. Maybe, like I said, I'll do a follow-up of this video about some of this stuff. First of all, TPT is a lonely business. I've said that many, many times. That's why I do this channel. I do this for you because I mean, I noticed it right away when I started my TPT store. I was like, wow, I don't love this because it's, you don't even get to talk to your buyers, right? So YouTube became my community, and that's what helps me. That's what encourages me, and I hope it encourages you too. But joining a group or two can help get certain information, and if things like this are happening and it's involving you, wouldn't you like to know about this? And because, like I said, creators have your back. Being a TPT seller is a lot of work, and it's really disheartening and discouraging when your resources get stolen. So stay vigilant and be connected, and let's kind of help each other out on this, okay? If you have had a resource stolen, I'd love to hear about it. I think all of us would love to hear about it. Without getting into too many details, but let us know what you did and was the situation resolved. Okay, upcoming video. So this coming week is very busy for me personally. I've got family coming to stay just for 4 or 5 days, and a family wedding. I have a nephew getting married, and he just asked me last weekend if I would consider taking pictures. I've told him he should get a photographer, but photographers are very expensive, and I know he's got a very small wedding budget, which is good. So I might be taking photos for the day. And so life may or may not be busy next week. We will see. But in the meantime, it is going to be the end of July, early August next weekend, and that means we know what's coming around the corner. So I want to do a quick video on last minute preparations for an upcoming TPT sale. I do these every year. I don't mind doing them, and I'll give you a couple suggestions. They might be repeats. We'll find out. Maybe I'll ask ChatGPT if it's got any fresh ideas, and we'll see what they say. So wherever you are in the world, I hope you and your family are staying safe, being healthy, and we'll catch you in that video or the playlist. See ya.